Hey, everybody, this is Javier Balderramos. This is Planet Texas Podcast. I have Jamie. We're here to talk about wrestling tomorrow night when it's the debut of Raw on Netflix.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting night. I'm looking forward to it.
It is, but before we start, I wanted to say our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in New Orleans for the terrorist attack.
Definitely. Devastating. It's a very horrible thing that happened and should never happen in the first place. But yeah, hearts and the minds and my prayers go out to them.
And I wanted to make a point to say that because I don't think a lot of people say that when they talk about wrestling. They don't include the actual things that happen in reality.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But that being said, we're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to talk about this mini WrestleMania that they have going on Netflix.
Is that mini WrestleMania?
It is a mini WrestleMania. It's
okay.
It is like a 2-hour WrestleMania, I can assume.
Well, 3 hours. I mean, Raw is going to be 3 hours starting tomorrow night, so.
I'm more than sure it's going to go longer than 3 hours on purpose, just to show them that they're on Netflix now.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be, at 9 o'clock on the dot, it's going to end. WWE does beautiful endings. I love their endings. They end on the exact time, which is phenomenal, I think.
I just feel like they're going to do it on purpose. Like they're going to purposely go like 3 hours and like 10 minutes or 3 hours and like 15 to show you that they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
definitely.
On purpose.
Well, yeah, they're going to definitely push the boundaries, that Netflix wants, but definitely it's going to be a very interesting show. I'm looking forward to it.
It actually makes me wonder, like, who is going to show up who's going to be in the audience when they go out there and be like, it's the premiere. It's the world.
A lot. I mean, you're going to see a lot of legends, you're going to see a lot of Hall of Famers in the back. You're going to see them all out in the arena. I mean, it's going to be a night of pure history right there.
Like, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get Goldberg, or we might even get Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, I can tell you right now, is absolutely not going to be there. I have read a lot of reports, even from WWE themselves, saying that they have no contact with Brock Lesnar at the moment. So, yeah, I guarantee everyone talk about Brock Lesnar make a return. He is not coming back anytime soon.
And I was reading on social media, The Rock is going to be there. The Rock is going to show
up. I knew that. I mean, that right there is a gimme. No, everyone knew Rock's going to be there. No, not German, but a board member, legend of all things. Yeah, he's going to be there in regard. When people said that shocked to see The Rock showing up, going, I'm not shocked one bit, actually.
So, I was reading today about the Ulafala. Mm-hmm. There's a new rumor going around.
Okay.
That The Rock is going to receive the Ulafala.
Okay.
In the middle of the match between Roman Reigns and Sikoa, apparently they're setting up where Paul Heyman is going to be The Rock's guy.
Okay. Very interesting. As for The Rock taking the Ulafala as making himself tribal chief, I don't see that going to happen. I see him being the guy to award the Ulafala to either Roman or Solo, regardless of whoever wins. I don't think The Rock, because right now The Rock cannot maintain a decent schedule. I mean, he's constantly busy. So, I mean, that'd be a horrible thing to put Ulafala on a tribal chief, someone who cannot maintain the schedule. So I don't know if I see that happening. As for, I can see him being like the guy, handing it off, because The Rock to me is not the tribal chief. He's like above the tribal chief. Like he's the last of the OG blood, I think, that's now in charge. So, yeah. I don't know what else I can say about that one.
Well, I mean, they have to figure out how to make Roman versus The Rock. They have to figure out how to make it happen to where they don't have last year's WrestleMania all over again.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Definitely. No, that could be a good way to set up Roman and Rock. I think there's other ways. I don't know. This might actually. I mean, it really might be the perfect moment, but I don't know. I mean, that's one thing about this. No, we don't know. We try and predict what's going to happen, and WWE does so well on their storylines that you cannot predict what's going to happen next. You can have 1,400 different ideas you can come up with this one idea they're doing right now. So yeah. So who knows?
Well, I mean, I got a hot take for you.
Okay.
But is Roman Reigns versus Sikoa really a WrestleMania match at this point? Is
Absolutely
it really
not.
a WrestleMania?
Absolutely not.
So why not? Why not just go ahead and plant the seeds for Roman versus Rock? And it's the premiere of Raw on Netflix.
Okay. I see them set it up a little differently. No, The Rock could be involved. I think I can see The Rock doing this. Roman wins. He's gonna pin Solo, and The Rock gonna award him the Hula Fala, and as he rewards him with that, he rock bottoms Roman. As he awards that to Roman, I think I see him rock bottoming Roman, and that'd be a perfect setup to a perfect storyline to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I could see something like that happen. But I mean, I want to see The Rock show up and do something important, like something really important that will set the road for WrestleMania.
And we will see that. I think that's the way I've been planning it out. I think that'd be a perfect storyline. I think that's a perfect way how you can set this up. For a dramatic, somewhat long-term storyline. And Solo can go off and do his own thing for a while.
And then also, John Cena's kicking off his retirement tour.
Exactly. Tomorrow night is John Cena's kickoff to his retirement tour. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be amazing right there. There are so many wrestlers that are being hinted as opponents for John Cena now in this year long. Everyone from Randy Orton to Seth Rollins. There's so many. You can name everyone on the roster right now. I'm really looking forward to see how WWE does on picking the names that will face John Cena throughout the year, and who they who will they take John Cena? Will John Cena have some form of input? Would he be able to pick some of his own opponents versus have WWE pick all of them for him? Will they let him choose some of his opponents?
Once he starts his retirement tour, I actually just want to see him wrestle Gunther and just take the world championship right off the bat. Right off the bat, let him break Ric Flair's title. Let him break Ric Flair's title reign, supposedly, even though he has a lot more than that.
I see John Cena coming champion, but I don't see it under Gunther. I can see that under Randy Orton because everyone knows he's going to face Randy Orton sometime this year. Even though Randy Orton said in interviews that it's going to be that him and John Cena talked about this and they want this to be organic. Some way they can fit it in storyline where it's organic, then they want to wrestle each other. But if they can't find a way to put them in the same storyline, then they just want it to be natural. And I think John Cena versus Randy Orton for the title be the perfect match for the ending of the match. Having John Cena as the champion and ending it off to Randy. Now, do I see him facing? I don't see him. I see Gunther losing title at WrestleMania. I think he's going to lose it at WrestleMania, and I don't think it's going to be John Cena.
Well, you see, at first, I was wanting John Cena's last match for him to win the championship, the world championship, or the WWE championship, whichever one, yeah. But I was also thinking it would be a waste of an entire. Basically, his entire farewell tour would just be wasted hearing when is he going to get a chance to win the big one? When is he going to get a chance to win this? Or when is the old John Cena going to? But if he becomes champion off the bat, and then you get this little run, he might even like defend the title. Just random people where they bring back. Remember the United States Invitational?
Yeah.
We'll bring it back, except for the World Championship, invitation. Just run through a couple people for like a month or two. Just run through random people, and that would be a good way to pile up a lot of these dream matches that people really want to see.
That could be one way. Another person I think that WWE needs to put in John Cena's last year is R-Truth. I mean, you need to have some way John Cena having some form of a storyline with R-Truth. Because now, if you watch wrestling podcasts, interviews, that R-Truth instead said that he modeled his career after John Cena. John Cena is his idol. I mean, that's a guy he grew up that he wanted to be like John Cena. He told John Cena from the day one that he wants to be like John Cena. So he does everything like John Cena does. And I think that'd be a perfect opponent. I don't know if it'd be as Truth as a heel. I mean, I don't see Truth as a heel, but I mean that could be possible. And John Cena has a baby face, no. But I think that's one opponent you need to put in that list of wrestlers at R-Truth.
And then also, like, I want John Cena to win the Intercontinental Championship in this farewell run.
Honestly, I think he'd be better off winning the U.S. United States Championship.
Well, it would be better for him to win the Intercon Championship and become a Grand Slam champion.
I don't think he cares about that.
You don't think he cares? I mean, it matters to me. That's why I only bring it up.
Yeah.
Or like, if you really want to like push it, let him go to NXT and win the NXT championship.
Pointless. It means absolutely nothing. It does not mean. I'm sorry. NXT is amazing. They do a great job down there, but those championships to me means almost. I mean, it doesn't mean a lot. I mean, you're learning. I mean, it's kind of like you get a belt in NXT. To me, it's kind of like you just got you want to got A+ on test. That's a development story. I mean, those championships mean something. They definitely do. I mean, I don't say that I mean nothing. They do mean something, but people treat them like their main roster titles, and to me, they're really not.
I mean, I'm just reaching because it's his last run. Like, I just want to see him be like everywhere, just because it's like the last year. Like imagine your favorite professional athlete being like.
You got to realize John Cena's on a very limited schedule too. He's not going to be at every show. You're not going to see him on Raw every week. He's only limited. I think I can't remember what the exact number of shows were, but he's only limited to a certain amount of shows. So we may see him handful of times, throughout the year. So,
yeah, but they're also limiting the live tour events. They're actually not doing nearly as many as they used to.
Yes, and that's another story that I want to get into that will go down a rabbit hole that I absolutely hate. I think live shows and pro wrestling is absolutely necessary. You need to get the product out to other than live television. No, there's fans out there that want wrestling. No, wrestling needs to be on tour. I mean, they need to go on tour. They need to bring shows to people that can't go to TV shows. So, I mean, everyone coming back on live tour on live dates, I absolutely hate it.
Well, I think the company found a way to really make their money by leaving the country regularly, because it seems like they're leaving the country like every other month. They're somewhere.
Well, you got to realize, it's a market that a lot of these countries they go to is a brand new market. I mean, of course, it's going to be hot. I mean, Wrestling International, the WE has not gone. I mean, they got international before, but you only see them in the UK, during an erection pay-per-views or something like that. But it's kind of nice seeing them in other shows and pay-per-views in other countries. I just think they're going too much. I mean, too many shows being hosted outside the United States. I mean, that's good, but I think a lot of shows need to be in the United States.
Well, they're making a killing when they leave the country. Like,
definitely
people are like complaining out of their minds on how expensive those tickets are, and they are expensive.
Of course, I mean, WE comes to my country once every 25 years. Of course, they're going to gather the price on those tickets.
then also like your buddy, Logan Paul.
Don't say that. God damn you! Don't.
Your
Don't.
BFF, your
Oh my.
bestie, Logan
Oh.
Paul, is on Raw, and he's gonna be on Raw, and I think he's gonna be there regularly.
Logan Paul can. No, I don't want. I better not say that because I'll get flagged on YouTube for that. But
well, actually, it's gonna be on my channel, so I would get flagged, not you, buddy. It's
true, but no, Logan Paul is the shadiest son of a gun I've ever seen. I'm sorry, I just don't. I just want to know what he got in WWE to get this amazing contract he has, and because he's good in the ring. Like I said, this hundreds of times. You watch my shows, you can hear me say talk about this. He's an amazing wrestler. Don't get me wrong. In the ring, he's amazing. His ring work is on fire, but he doesn't put in the work like everyone else does. You wrestle 4 times a year, maybe if you're lucky, and we see you beginning, middle, twice, and then at the end, and then we don't ever see you again. I mean, we see people like R-Truth, Randy Orton. We see them every week. Logan Paul, we see maybe 4 times a year. Of course, he's going to have good matches because he's going to have all that time to rehearse and come up with angles and different styles and different ways he can do this match. Of course, he's going to have all the matches going to be 5 stars because he has all that time to build that. I'm sorry. He's pretty much conning WWE out all his money. Prime everywhere. Prime is on everything. I'm surprised they don't have Prime under Netflix.
There will have Prime on Netflix. Watch, you can bet your ass.
And
you look bet your ass is gonna be there.
If you look at all of his backstory, all of his business deals that have gone wrong, and so much shady stuff behind him, he's stole money from people. He's known for stealing money from people. Yeah, don't know. I can go hours with Logan Paul. He's a piece of crap. I'm sorry. As amazing wrestler, definitely gonna be in Hall of Fame, sadly. But as a human being, he's a piece of crap.
So what are the chances you're gonna see him wrestle more on Raw now that they're on Netflix?
Well, he needs to wrestle more because he has all the damn lawsuits against him. He's gonna need the money. Of course, he's gonna want to wrestle more. He said he's gonna retire because he had a son, had a baby. Yeah. He said he's gonna retire because he had a baby. Look at Undertaker. He has 4 kids, or 3 or 4 kids, and how many times he was home for those births? 0. He was home for none of those probably. You gotta realize you don't retire after 1 kid. God.
So what are the chances that we may see Becky Lynch return?
I hope so. I love Becky Lynch. No, and I've heard rumors that she's going to change her gimmick. Well, she's no longer going to be called a man. Her style, her gimmick is going to be more darker and like a more, which I love that. Nothing like Charlotte Flair. She's come back. She said her gimmick's going to be more of a darker character. No, I want to see that.
Yeah, because I feel like Charlotte Flair is going to re-debut on Raw. Like, it's almost a guarantee at this point.
I think it'd be a better money option for WWE to have her on Raw versus SmackDown. I mean, Raw is going to be the A show. Everyone wants to go to Raw because Raw is going to be seen by so many more people than SmackDown. So everyone's going to want to go to Raw. Raw is going to be a place where everyone wants to go. And I would be surprised when you see Cody Rhodes swapping over to Raw. Give it time.
Yeah, I mean, like if you see the advertisements, if you see the advertisements for Raw, it's all SmackDown wrestlers on the covers.
They're doing a major shakeup. I mean, no, SmackDown's gonna be where the new NXT guys go SmackDown and then move their way up to Raw. I think Raw's gonna get a major makeover with the roster. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
And then we just had the recent announcement of Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre.
That is going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to that one because both those guys are on top of their game right now. Jey Uso is so over with the crowd. It's crazy how far he's over with the crowd. And Drew McIntyre, God, no, you gotta love to hate the guy. You want to hate him, but you gotta love his character. I mean, he's just pulling off beautifully. So both those guys. That's gonna be a match that God, I don't know if you can say which match is gonna be the best match because all these matches are gonna be amazing.
I mean, Drew's so good, and to think we were thinking that he might even go on to AEW, but this is probably the best thing for him is to stay in the WWE.
Well, yeah, definitely. And he stuck it out during COVID of all things. That's when a lot of guys left or a lot of guys got released. They gave him the strap. They gave him the belt. During that time. And he was the guy who carried the company during COVID. So you gotta give him props for that.
Yeah, he deserves everything on this one. And then he's going to SmackDown and messing with Cody.
No, another match I'm really looking forward to is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. This has been a long time storyline. I know we've seen Rhea and Liv go head to head multiple times, and I think this is going to be the ending. I think this is going to seal the deal on this storyline. And I think Rhea is going to go over. I think she has the crowd behind her again, like Jey Uso. No, she's so over right now. The mommy, gimmick is gone now, and she's more back to the original Rhea Ripley we're looking forward to. And I think it's time for her to get the strap back, get the belt back around the race. I'm not saying Liv Morgan was a horrible champion. Liv Morgan was amazing women's champion. She did that title very well. She held it very well. So, yeah, both those women are amazing wrestlers, but I think Rhea is going to get the belt back tomorrow.
You think they're actually going to have an official ending between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley tomorrow night?
I don't want to go too far in this, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Judgment Day end tomorrow night. I think that group it's been over so far that they can't go over anymore. It's kind of getting stale. They're good, they're funny people, but it's kind of getting stale. I can see Liv and Dom going off their own, Finn going off their own, and JD as well. And I think it's better to split that group up. I wouldn't be surprised to see that tomorrow night.
For the whole show, I'm currently looking at 4 matches. And I only see one match that has an actual ending, like an actual pin. Somebody wins. There's no screwiness. There's no DQs. I really only see one match.
Okay, what match you want to see?
That's Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. It's probably the only match that I actually see where there's an actual winner.
Actual winner?
Yeah, not a disqualification. Not somebody coming in and doing something.
Okay, so you tell me out of all the matches tomorrow night, CM Punk and Seth Rollins match is going to end in some form of a draw or disqualification.
I feel like
okay.
We haven't started talking about CM Punk yet.
Then you said Roman and Solo is going to end. No, I think you're wrong. Okay, this is how I see it. I see Roman and Solo's going to be clean. That's going to be a pinfall match. They're going to pin that one. Liv Morgan, Rhea. I see that's a pin. That can be a pin match, I think, so far. And now Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre, I can see that match being a disqualification because I can see maybe some of the other Bloodline members on Drew's side, or I can see I think you're gonna see Solo's Bloodline come out and attack Jey. I think you're not gonna let Jey win. They're gonna interfere somehow, and then that's when you get rest of Roman's team come out. I think the only match that's not going to end in a pinfall or submission is going to be Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso.
You think so?
I think so. I think that's the match that's going to end in some form of non-clean win.
So, and then by the way, we also have to talk about the last match that I see on this list, which is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins.
Oh my God!
Which is a very highly anticipated match.
That promo, CM Punk's promo on Monday was the best promo I've seen in wrestling in a very long time. He played that perfectly. He did things. He referenced things in there that not by name, just by the kind of describing it. We know he mentioned AEW in there. He didn't say it by name. We know he mentioned Mrs. Man in there. He mentioned all that not by name. So, yeah, I mean, that was a perfect promo. And Seth, beautiful. I mean, part of me wants to say during that promo that they were actually really pissed off each other. Like, this is an actual real feud. Like, they are really hating each other in real life. So they do it so well.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they really do hate each other in real life, because
they do.
CM Punk did join AEW, and those people did have the mindset of putting the WWE out of business, which was never going to happen. Like, that was never going to happen any kind of way.
I don't think that was the issue. The issue was if I don't quote me on this. If I remember, Becky Lynch said in a podcast interview that Seth was on Survivor Series was very pissed off in real life. That when we saw him pissed off, that was really Seth really mad. But he was kind of pissed off because he was not informed beforehand. It kind of was a surprise for him. And M Punk have history in the past. They do have history, and they was kind of hoping. Seth was kind of hoping. I think was that they will give him a little heads up that Punk's come back before he does. But I don't know.
And then like CM Punk versus Seth Rollins really is a WrestleMania caliber match, and it's
exactly.
And it's damn near given to you free because the majority of people already own Netflix, so it's not exactly
it's not really free.
The only thing you got to worry about is the internet, as long as we don't get the Tyson Logan fight again.
Well, you got to pay for the internet. You got to pay for the Netflix subscription, which we all know is very expensive now. So it's not free, but definitely. I mean, that's gonna be. I'm just hoping we don't have another Tyson versus Paul incident with the internet buffering, because I would be so devastating if I see that. I want to see this match, see this whole card from start to finish, and I do not want any issues the whole time during this, because I want to see it.
I would be so pissed off. I would be beyond pissed if we had to see this. This internet, this catastrophe happen again on Netflix.
I know we talk about the Netflix and Raw, but I do got to mention this. I did want to mention this briefly. AEW made their debut on Max this week. And as for a person like myself who don't watch AEW very much, because the old cable, I don't believe in any cable. And I got to watch AEW for the first time, and since they started. And I was kind of thinking, are they going to have buffering issues? Are they going to have the same kind of issues? Because this is going to be national, international, and all AEW. And it was beautiful. I mean, no issues at all. So, I mean, I'm kind of hoping Netflix is the exact same way.
I mean, I wouldn't expect issues from HBO, especially if they're using HBO's technology.
Well, HBO and Showtime are the kings of live pay-per-views. I mean, those guys been in live pay-per-views for a long time, So for them, it's like there's nothing new for us. We're just going to change some things and get higher value. Versus Netflix, who don't do live events or live shows. Of course, they're going to have issues, but I'm hoping they have all that worked out before tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm really concerned about is like how much more are they going to raise the price of Netflix?
Oh God,
that's like my main concern.
Oh no, you got me curious now, so I'm gonna look this up real quick because I'm just curious because I don't remember what I pay. And that's not bad. I don't look at my expenses because I pay for stuff that I already know I have.
Well, I mean, like if you have the stuff with the ads, it's $6.99. But if you have the stuff without the ads, it's like twice the price.
Regardless, they said this that regardless if you have the plan with ads or without ads, you will get ads. They will have ads for everyone. So I don't get ads, extra did not work on Raw. That you will get ads like everyone else does.
I mean, it makes me wonder when they go to Netflix, are we actually going to, because you say ads, but I'm like, are we really going to get like commercials in between
Yes,
the matches?
they had said that there will be commercials, sponsor commercials, just like they do on USA. During matches, there will be commercials. So
That's going to suck.
So no, it's like I said here, $6.99 or $22.99 the most. No, I'm pretty sure I paid the $22.99. So
Oh no, I got the $6.99 because like I'm cheap. I don't need like I could live without the ads. The only thing I get annoyed from is like when we get too many ads, it just makes me want to turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah, the ads, I mean, streaming should not have ads, but they do. But no, Netflix, this is good for Netflix, I think. Netflix needs something like big to kick off their live events. I think with the NFL and WWE, that's a perfect partnership right there. Those two are major, can get some big shows, So that's perfect for them. I think I'm hoping that it's not like a long transition, that they get this under control very quickly and where we can enjoy live sports on Netflix.
And then there was also one more thing that was announced that they're doing NXT Evolved. I don't know if we talked about that or not.
No, I did see that. It's not NXT Evolved. It's gonna be NXT. It's still gonna be NXT Evolved. It's gonna be a separate show, which anyone that knows Evolved is a separate company from WWE as financial support to it. They give money to them to promote the shows. No, I think you're gonna get Evolve show, which is kind of like an indie show.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be a separate company, a separate show versus NXT. I think so. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I did watch a little Evolved on the US WWE Network on Peacock, and they have some good wrestlers in there.
They do. They have quite a history. Like
Well,
I remember before before WWE bought them, the Street Profits were their champions at one point.
Yes. Also, the owner is a consultant for WWE. He's a writer consultant. They bring him in to help write the script. So the writer has a job at WWE as a writer. So
I got a question for you. Once they restart Evolve, do you think they're going to have a champion, a heavyweight champion?
of course,
and who would it be?
You can't have a wrestling show without a champion. You need a champion. That I'm not going to go in that because I don't know the roster. I mean, I don't know they have an active roster.
Well, they don't have an active roster until they create an active roster.
Well,
but they're going to need wrestlers.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if you get your WWE ID wrestlers show up on Evolve every once in a while.
That could be possible. And
then I would also expect JBL to show up for some reason.
Actually, there's always a champion for Evolved. It's Josh Briggs. He's the current Evolve champion. He retired. Oh, that was a retirement day for that title. What the hell? So there is no champion.
WWE. Well, no, WWE owns Evolve.
They don't own it. They are a financial supporter. They have a financial stake in the company. I don't think they own it. The guy who owns it still runs it, but it's kind of like TNA. They give money to support it, and then they can use the wrestlers from there.
And I'm sure that we would. That's another place for TNA to send some of their wrestlers to.
There's many places that they can send it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see the ID program guys to be Evolved. That'd be kind of cool to see. Actually, I did that pop my head right now. No, maybe use the Evolved Pro Wrestling show to showcase the WEID wrestlers. It gives them a platform.
Exactly.
I can see that happening. I'm hoping WWE will think something like that because that'd be perfect for that. Like a WEID program show.
Like for some reason, I just have JBL in my head that he will have something to do with Evolve.
No. I can tell you right now, I watch everything at JBL. He is very busy right now with the indie circuit. he said that there's a lot of big things coming up on the radar, things that already been set in stone, already been signed. And so I don't want to be. He's not coming back to WWE. He's going to stick around the indie circuit. He's going to go to Lucha Libre. He's going to go to all these little indie shows that he wants to go to. So no, I don't think JBL will have anything to do with it.
Well, isn't he a partial owner of AAA now?
No. He's just he's enjoying what Lazard on and he's filling in for Bruce Pritchard on his podcast. He says he's just enjoying life, enjoying the indie circuit. So
he's just doing whatever he wants because he's
doing everything backwards. He said he's doing the business backwards. He said because most people come into business, you go to your indies, then you work to WWE. He did the exact thing opposite. He didn't really go to indies. No, he went right to WWE, and now he's going to indies. So I say he's doing everything opposite.
But yeah, our predictions is what we're talking about for WWE tomorrow. Hopefully everybody gets to watch the debut of Raw on Netflix.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just hoping that we had no issues.
All right. Thank you, James.
No problem. Anytime.
All right.